Choi, and I'll be doing a cooking show for my creative options for my oral history project. My person was Alan Westerberg, and for Christmas they like to have Swedish Christmases, so I'm going to be making Lefse, which is a Swedish dish. So ahead of time we prepared, well, my grandma prepared because she's awesome and she helped me with this, 2.5 pounds of potatoes. We peeled and cooked them. Then we drained them and ran them through a ricer with 1/2 cup butter in the bottom of a bowl. And then we added a 1/2 cup sugar, 1 teaspoon salt, and we mixed well. And then we refrigerated it for yesterday because you could prepare it ahead of time, so that's what we prepared ahead of time. And now we're going to knead into the potatoes 1.5 cup flour. So just like, okay. Hi, am I supposed to keep talking? So I'm just kneading this into the potato mixture, which, just to let you know, if you ever make this, it is very cold because we refrigerated it yesterday. You have to do it until it's completely in. And I think my hands are going to freeze. Okay, so after we kneaded the flour into the dough, we are now going to be rolling it into the balls. So you're going to be taking 1/3 cup and you're going to be smushing it into there and then leveling it out. Sorry, this is special. It needs to be perfect or else it's a failure. This is just like helps doing it. And then we'll take it out. And then we'll roll it into a ball. And then we're going to set it on the cutting board for later. You can just set it like wherever you want. Then you just keep smushing it into there, leveling it out. Like, guess it doesn't have to exactly be 1/3, but that just makes it nicer so they're even. And they're sticky. And so they don't want to come out. There you go. So just keep rolling them into balls, and then you'll do this for the whole thing, and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so I just finished with rolling them into balls, the Lefse. So we have 16 of them, and you should have between 15 and 20 of them. So now what we're going to do is we're going to preheat the Lefse grill to 425. Okay, that looks about right. We'll check later, make sure it's right. I think that's good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take some flour and we're going to work into, we have a stone board and we have a cloth on top of it that's pulled really tight. And we're going to work flour into that so we can roll out our Lefse. So just going to take a scoop of the flour. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's not like baking right now. We're just working it in. And then we'll work it into the cloth. So, because then we don't want it to be like really sticky while we're rolling out the Lefse. So we'll just work it into here. Slowly working it in all the way around, all the way to the edges, so it's completely covered in the flour. And if you get some of it off, like I'm doing, you'll be fine. Clean it up later. And now we're going to do the rolling pin also. We put a sleeve on the rolling pin so it's easier.
You can edit that part out, that's fine.
Our grandma's giving me tips on the side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the balls we have, we're going to put it in the middle, and you're just going to roll it out like you would if you had like cookie dough or something like that. So we're just going to roll it, and about halfway through we're going to be using one of these Lefse sticks, and we're going to like push it under and flip it over so that way it's even. And so it doesn't stick, because it can get really sticky. And if it just folds over like that, you just pull it out again. flip it. Just kind of go under it. And flip it over. And then you just kind of flip it again. Keep rolling it out.
Oh, it's circular as it should be. You can talk while I edit that part out.
Okay, so is this good? Okay. And I'm gonna just take it and put it on there and like roll it out like how I did. Okay, so now we're gonna be using the stick again. We're gonna be taking it carefully. Hopefully I don't break it. And we're gonna be putting it on. Do you think it's hot enough? Oh.
You have to do it quickly.
Okay. So the idea when you're doing this is to keep it circular and even. So see, we're making it nice and circular. Now we're gonna put it onto the Lefse grill. So now what we're going to be trying to make sure is we turn down the heat a little bit because we had it on too high, so you just have to make sure it's on a good temperature for when you cook it, or else it could get cook too fast. So now we're going to test it, and it needs to cook for like a second longer, but it should be good. We can try a different side to see how it looks. It looks, as you can see, a little light brown. So now we're going to be flipping it over to have the other side cook. See, looks really good. I'm gonna check it again to see if it's cooked through, and it looks like it's cooked through. So now we're gonna move the towel, and as you see, we've been doing it. Try to get it as close to in half as we can. Put it down, slide it out, the towel on top of it, and look, pat. Okay, and now for the last part of the lefse making process is eating the lefse. So you'll just take a piece of the lefse, which we cut in half. We're going to open it up. First, we're going to put a little bit of butter in it. I'm just going to spread it out on one side. Like that. And then, some people like to just eat it with butter, but I like to add sugar to it. It's a lot better because sugar is amazing. Just kind of spread it around, sprinkle it how much you want. And then you fold it over, and then you just roll it up into a little circle like that, and then you'll eat it. But you know the best part about it is sharing it with my whole family. So there you go.